Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Jewish morning meditation. I am Rabbi David Grundland. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, so I'm looking forward to this one. We have finished the Birkot HaTorah, the blessings before the Torah, and we are now into the verses that we say after Birkat HaTorah. And we start with verses of Torah, specifically the Birkat Kohanim, the blessings that the priests would give to the people, that they do give to the people, the blessing that parents give to their children on Friday night before Shabbat dinner. And the previous video was of the first one, Yivarechecha Hashem V'Yishmerecha, which we talked about the idea of bringing ourselves into our lives, just like we said about Hashem when we say Baruch Atah Hashem, we're bringing Hashem into the moment. When we say Yivarechecha Hashem, we're saying Hashem brings us into our own moments. The second of the three verses of Birkat Kohanim is Ya'er Hashem Panav Elecha V'Yichuneka. That Hashem should shine His light upon you, Ya'er Hashem, that Hashem should enlighten, right, bring light, Elecha, to you, or Panav Elecha, sorry, Ya'er Hashem Panav Elecha, Hashem should shine His face upon you, we'll talk about that in a second, V'Yichuneka, and bring you chen. And so we need to understand a couple of things here. First off, what is this idea of Hashem shining His face? What is the idea of Hashem's face? And what is the idea of this chen? Right, what that Hashem is giving us, vichuneka. So the idea of light from face, shining from a face, there's a concept in the Torah. It says when Moshe Rabbeinu came down from Har Sinai, after receiving the Torah, that there were karnei or mipanav, there were rays of light shining from his face. He shone so bright to the point where he had to put a mask on because people couldn't look at him. His face was too bright. What is this light that we're talking about? This is something that we ultimately recognize in children. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen it. When you look at a child's face and they're just so shiny, that brightness, that innocence, that clarity, there's something about their face that shines bright. And the same is true by holy, righteous individuals. Have you ever met a person that you looked in their face and you said, wow, they are so shiny. Their face is radiating light. They say this often about pregnant women. It's the same thing, that same kind of shining light. This is somebody who is creating life, who is bringing life, and who is bringing light into the world. When we say Ya'er Hashem Panav Elecha, we're saying that ultimately Hashem, the way Hashem perceives the world, should be with this kind of radiant light. That when Hashem looks at us, and Hashem looks at the way we live our lives, and fundamentally when the world looks at the way we live our lives, that should cause the world around to experience more light. That just the nature of our own light shining should bring light into the world, just as Hashem, when He looks at the world, should bring light into the world. And this is where we get to the idea of v'yichuneka. Hashem should bring you chen, that light that I was talking about earlier, about shining faces. That's chen. When you look at a person and you can't tell exactly what it is about them, but there's just something about them that you're drawn to them. That is chen. My wife and I like to tell the story that when we first met, people used to tell us how much we looked alike. And we looked at each other and we said, we don't look alike at all. What is it? And we said, oh, it's our chen. Our chen's match. That this chen, this translated as grace, but that doesn't come close to it. That the chen that a person has inside, that inner light, that inner shining, as it shines through our faces. When we say this verse, Ya'er Hashem Panav Elecha V'Yichuneka, we are saying, Hashem, shine your face upon us, that your light should shine forth from us, and that we should truly manifest this chen, this enlightened vision, and this enlightened approach to the world, and we should carry it with us and manifest it in our lives. Have a great day. I bless everybody with a day of chen coming to you and chen going from you. Shabbat Shalom.